Anthony Davis. AD is here. Last year, you got married.
Yeah.
So that was the highlight. You had no choice but to answer. That was the highlight.
Absolutely.
Because I ask him every year.
Just celebrated an anniversary, so happy
Yeah,
anniversary.
happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
What was your favorite part of this summer?
Added another addition to the family.
Family's growing.
The family's growing. Family's growing. So
Little boy.
Little boy, girl and 2 boys now. So
Oh, that's awesome.
He's got a team over there, big game.
I got a team. I got a team. I'm outnumbered now. We're outnumbered. So amazing. Blessed kids are a blessing. So I'm happy to have 3 of them.
Big sis still runs the show.
Oh,
though.
yeah, she runs the show.
Yeah.
She runs the show.
Okay.
Life
For
changer.
sure.
She runs the whole house.
Yeah,
That's true.
No joke.
Yeah,
And
touche.
as a young lady, she will run it for a long time.
For a long time.
Trust me, mine's 32 and 30, so you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Oh man, mine's turning 15. I can't even tell you
Get
guys.
ready.
All right. Anyway, before we get into basketball, we always like to, what was the summer like? We mentioned Draymond got married, a couple other of your buddies. What were some of the fun things you did?
Anniversary trip. If I don't say that,
Oh, where?
went to Cabo.
Nice.
Sweet.
Went to Mexico. Went to a couple trips. Went to Dominican Republic.
Yep.
Nice.
But for me, honestly, like with her being pregnant, obviously couldn't travel as much. So my focus was on, and for me too, like her telling me, like, no, we're good. You go focus, go in the weight room,
Yeah.
get right, get healthy,
Yeah.
get ready. I'm on my parade. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been the focus of my summer, really.
So what was the training like? Was anything different? Was there a certain path you wanted to go down? What were you working on the most?
I think for the first couple months, the whole thing, Anthony Davis haven't shot a ball since.
Can we please address
By the way,
Yes.
nobody
Yeah.
in basketball does.
Exactly. So, but they don't realize that I was still coming off my foot injury.
Yeah.
Right. So, when you don't make the playoffs, you have a couple more months to get that recovery and that rest. So I used that month and a half, 2 months to let my body fully heal before I got back into training. And that's when the video came out and all this. But wasn't too worried about it. But the process this summer was really trying to get stronger. How do I stay on the floor? How do I be available for my team? And the good thing about it last year was that the 2 injuries that I had, these 2 significant injuries with my ankle, my foot and my knee, the doctor told me if you didn't train the way you did, I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, the injuries would have been more severe. So that was like reassurance for me, like you're doing the right thing. You're just landing on somebody's foot and somebody fell into it. So did the same exact training and just kind of took it up a notch to make sure that if those things happen, I'm able to, whether instead of 6 weeks, it might be a week or anything like that. So I'm able to recover faster.
Really, really fluke injuries too,
Yeah.
like away from the ball,
Nothing to do about
stuff
it.
like that. They were really a fluke. But talk about, with the new coach and some new additions, especially from the defensive concept. How do you see this team this year as opposed to what you guys had last year, despite the injuries? Injuries were a big part, but defensively, coming back to what you need to come back to.
And that's why we won in 1920 because of
Exactly.
defense. And defense win championships. Like
True.
that's what they say, right? So with D Ham coming in, defense, me, Brian Russ, you guys are the anchors, Pat Bev, like y'all got to play defense. We can't leave it to these young guys to just do everything, and the young guys can't leave it to us. So everybody as a collective had to focus on defense, and that's kind of been the biggest focus, this summer is just how do we get back to championship level basketball, and that's the defensive end. And I think our roster that we got now, a lot of these guys are defensive minded, and that's only going to help me, Brian Russ, more. Because now we see these young guys getting after it, defending. If we don't, we sticking there like a sore thumb. So, we want to make sure that we do that as well. And I think that's kind of been the theme of this summer, and it's going to be the theme for the season.
I think your first time here, being on set with us that first year, you talked about the expectations of first and foremost winning a championship. Check. You also said that you wanted to be Defensive Player of the Year that year. Are there any goals personally for you within the landscape of the entire team,
Which I
obviously?
think I should have been, but
So do we, by the way.
So do we.
I wasn't going to say it.
We debated that on air.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Having said that, any personal goals for you going in?
honestly, I like just the past couple of seasons that I've had. I won't say they're bad, but it's not for me. It's not okay.
You haven't been
good
healthy.
year exactly.
Yeah.
So my personal goal is just one, as much as I can, play all 82. And then 2, get back to the level of basketball that I know I'm capable of playing.
Which is?
Which is being elite and dominant. on
Which
both
is
ends
not
of the
which is
floor.
not 20th ranked player.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was going to say something about like that. We don't really pay that much attention to rankings, but boy, when they rank it like that, you got to say something.
Yeah, Kobe had a video. Kobe video says it all.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Kobe had a video that
Kobe
says
had a
it all.
video that says it
Exactly. But and then if I do that, I think the rest take care of itself. If it happens, it happens. But like I said, my ultimate goal is, I'd rather have a championship than defensive player of the year, and I'd rather have those. But like I said, my personal goal is to be on the floor for every game, and getting back to the dominant elite basketball player that I know I am capable of being.
AD, I'm curious, and you shed a little light on this a year ago. When you go through the last couple of years with major injuries, when you are able to play, did it affect you mentally or how you played or how you attacked because you want to stay on the floor? Did it change anything for you?
A little bit. I started getting in my own head a lot, especially when I came back from the foot. I was in the air and came, so it's like when you jump, you're like, I don't want to go that high. I'm scared that I might re-injure. That was a thing as well. And people don't know, I had my wrist tape too. I fell on my wrist in Philly, and sprained it. And I was playing through that all season. So now my shot wasn't where I wanted to be, but I wanted to stay on the floor. I wanted to play. So all that's just going through your head, and start losing confidence because the shot's not falling. Shot terrible from the line, which I never do. So it's just a lot of things going on internally. But like I said, that's the past, and now we're ready to get rolling this year.
Yeah, it's hard when you're 90%, 95%. You do think about it. I remember I had an ankle sprain, and I was good offensively because I knew where I was going. But as soon as somebody hit me with a little fake and I had to react spontaneously, it's tough. So I see what you're saying. So coming this year, a clean bill of health.
I love that.
Stay on the floor. We know you dominate. So let's go get it, man. I just think it's going to be a good year with the additions you guys have made. So good luck, man.
I'm excited.
Good luck.
Appreciate
You're looking good.
I feel good.
From the freeway, we see you over there.
He does look good.
The freeway.
Alex, do you want to close it like you've
I
been
just have
closed?
2 really quick.
Yeah.
It's a hard-hitting question out there. Who has the better Ruffles chip?
That's not
it's
hard
not.
hitting. Yeah, it's easy. The lime and jalapeno. Whoever got lime and jalapeno, I forgot who the guy was, but that one.
It's light
Forgot who
work.
Yeah. Shout out. You're welcome. Teed you up. Number 2. Do you know what Usher was doing at 7 o'clock?
Yeah. And his drop top cruising the street.
Of course. It's,
Okay.
It's not
Making
that
sure.
young, man.
Make sure we're sure.
Allie, come with something more hard hitting. Ruffles?
And then his drop top cruising the streets.
With that lime jalapeno.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Some
man.
dip.
All right. AD's got to go. He's not happy about it, but he's got to go do
Yeah,
other
I
stuff.
know.
He wants to stay here, but we got to let him go. Thank you, AD.
No, thank you guys.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it,
having
man.
me.
Appreciate it.
Let's go.